Hi, it's Steve, and welcome to another discussion on the Mastery of Love by Don Miguel Ruiz. Have you ever heard the idea that you are the God of your body? That every cell, every inch, every hair is working to support you? So each of us, myself included, have both the choice and responsibility to love our bodies the way every cell and organ and part works to love us. In the chapter, Seeing with Eyes of Love, Don Miguel presents this concept in the initial sentences. Many times, I can fall into the trap that my body is too thin, or I'm too fat, or my legs are too skinny, and if I do any aerobic activity, I'll lose all of my muscle size. But is that loving my body? Does that bring me happiness? And don't get me wrong, I think exercise is good. But who wins when I judge my body? That old idea put into me somewhere, somehow, that there's something wrong with my body. The insanity of this can be clouded by the need for approval or a compliment. But if I don't love my body the way it is, it doesn't matter what anyone says. My thinking of it will never change. As an analogy, would it seem sane for me to run out into a garden and tell the rose, "You're too red to be a rose"? What is. But what can change is my thinking about what is. So if I let go of the idea of I'm too thin, or I'm too fat, or my legs are too skinny, what I would get is more love of myself. And in the end, as Don Miguel presents in this chapter, loving myself for who I am is the exit route to the old ideas that there's something wrong with me or my body, or who I am. Recently, a friend shared with me a new way to look at the 10 Commandments. Love thy neighbor as thyself, which he presented as that I would have to love myself first before I could love my neighbor. For me personally, the religious teaching I grew up with clouded love in the theme of sacrificing, that to love myself first was a bad thing. There is a saying, you cannot give away what you do not have, and so this chapter opened my mind up to where love is born, not in somebody's compliment or bigger legs, but in my own desire to love and appreciate myself as I am right now. So I was chasing for love in all the wrong places. And so what I have found by applying this chapter in my life is love begins with me.